Hey guys, what's up? Good to be back with you again. I don't know about you, but I absolutely hate losing. I don't care how good the Tafuna Jets defense is, as it says that they're one of the best defenses in the league that doesn't really play defense. Losing is a very frustrating thing in this game. I dislike it strongly, and so as a result, what we do when we lose is we go over to the match report, over to player statistics, and we go let them have it. Unfortunately, in this skin, I cannot sort any of the statistics here, so we're going to have to do this sort of the old-fashioned way. So we go over, what we do is we discipline players for poor performance. None of these players have salaries, but we still want to discipline them by fining them a week's worth of wages, and then we also want to criticize their last game. And we'll do that for anybody. Usually 6.4 below is what will draw out the anger and ire in me. Now, this is something that is important to do if whether you're playing with a league that actually has salaries or not. You need to do this when you lose a match by a large amount because it will help. In some cases, it will help your players get a little bit more determination, actually want to try. And it's also true that if you don't discipline your players or at least talk with them after a poor performance, sort of in game, they're going to feel like they can continue to perform at that level with no problem at all. And so we're going to do some things to make them know that we're very, very upset with the way that they've played. Corey Nordy also will feel my wrath. I've learned as I've been playing through these, let's see here. Have to take a quick look. Yeah, Milani doesn't get it, but Afa does. I've learned as I've been playing through this game so far with this amateur league and in amateur mode, that the fact that there's no salary really doesn't make a difference for stuff like this. Like, you still need to act as if this is something that they care about. You got to watch out for stuff like that too. So Afa, unfortunately for us, does not have a great personality, unambitious, doesn't have good level of professionalism, and that's the reason why he's arguing with you. You got to watch out for players who argue with you. He thinks he should be a star. He hasn't played like a star at all this season, and so we're going to see what happens here in a second once we're done levying all these fines and criticizing players for poor performances. Because if they have a very bad reaction to all of this, there may be a chance that some of these players, including ones who think that they should be stars, will end up being just left off the squad. I've got to look now. Now it's difficult for me to see here because of, no, it should be him. Milani should be the one who we're able to find. I guess it's not going to let me find him. There's a debate as to whether you should find players who have a 6.5 rating or not. Usually, for me at least, I'll wait until they have a 6.4 to levy the fine. 6.5, though, is not that great. Really, the truth is the 6.6 is actually what averages. And so there you have it. None of the players other than one really argued with me about that. And then we go back through here and we click on continue and see what happens. We'll know right away if something happens. You can see everybody's accepted their fine, and that's what we want to see. They apologize. They say that they're sorry. Even Afa admits that he deserves his fine. And there you have it. We were able, as you saw there, to go ahead and find these, whatever it was, 6 players or something like that without any major hit. We go look at dynamics. We haven't taken any sort of morale hit at all. There are a couple players who don't get on well with me. Great. I'm going to have to find out who they are because I will just simply fire them. We don't have to worry about that, and we don't have to worry too much about any problems as a result. We look in terms of management. I'm not seeing anybody who's upset with management. It's possible that they may be over here on the under 18. Sorry about that. But I'm not seeing, oh, here we go. I was about to say I'm not seeing any place where we can easily see that. No, everybody seems to be somewhat satisfied. So there you have it. We do have one player who's upset with my treatment of him, and that is going to be Ken Coulter. And he's going to be gone as soon as the season's done. And that's kind of what we do. That's what we do here in the amateur world because, as you know, there's no problem with releasing guys in a free transfer. There's absolutely no punishment that comes to you in game for doing that. So you can release all of your players in a free transfer if you're upset with them. You can do that as many times as you want. It's not going to make any difference or have any effect. Oh, and look at this. We have 2 players with they're hitting their yellow card limit as well, which means another fine. Again, it doesn't mean anything for the bottom line for the club. They don't earn any money. It just means that, you know, they end up getting a fine and getting in trouble for having a poor, for playing poorly, not necessarily poorly, in some cases for doing what I told them to do, and getting a little bit too many yellow cards. And so there you have it. As you can see again, the dynamics didn't take any sort of hit at all, despite the fact that we just fined a whole bunch of players. I don't know what this business is about. They don't get along with me or whatever. I mean, looks like everybody actually does get along with me. Everybody's very happy on the club. I mean, whatever. If we run into players who are upset with me, then I will just get rid of them. That's the way that it works. Because, as you know, and as I've shown you before, when it comes to transfers, we have more than another full team coming in. And so we just take the best of the bunch and we release the rest, or we put the rest onto the under-18s team, or we loan them out or do something like that. That's the way that we roll around these parts. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.